Hey guys, it's me, Jen, sitting in my car making a video for Scoot, like people seem to do, always making videos in their car. I guess it's because it's the only time we ever have to make a second for things. I don't know. But I wanted to just kind of give you guys a quick update on my house, which I know isn't that interesting, but there's kind of a bigger picture here. And that is, exploring how you deal with challenges in your life. So I started the process of selling my house, my old house, and building a new one in February. And that's when we started refurbishing the old house and getting it ready for the market, purging and staging and listing and all of that stuff. And we closed on the house in May. And I finally put the order in for my new house to be built yesterday. It's a modular, so it'll be done at a factory off-site. And it's 14 to 16 weeks. So 16 weeks from yesterday is Christmas week. We were really hoping to be hosting Christmas celebrations at the new house up in the mountains, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Because even once they deliver the house, they have to spend 6 to 8 weeks kind of stitching it up and finishing it off inside the interior. So it might not be February until I can move in. So that means this whole process has taken up a year of my life. A year of uncertainty of not really having a home. It'll be 7 months of living with my parents, my husband and I, and we're 41. And my parents have been great. They've really been great. But it's a small house they have, which is fine for them. But when you put 4 people in it, it's a little cramped. And I think everybody would just like to get back to their old routines. But it's going well. And then, of course, there's just these little ridiculous things with the whole process of building, like my permit application. I had to make an appointment to drop off my application. Basically, make an appointment for them to take my money. It's only going to take a few minutes for them to record my name in their book and take my check. But I needed an appointment for that. And the soonest they could get me in was 2 weeks from when I went in. So just little stupid time delays like that are really frustrating. Also, I've been dealing with a lot of dog issues. My little fur family is getting elderly. I put down my oldest pug, who was 15, put him down in March. His name was Bentley. He was old and blind and becoming incontinent, losing mobility, and just very anxious all the time. And then my second oldest pug, Archie, suffered a major back injury earlier this summer, and he's literally been an invalid most of the summer and requiring constant care. Carrying to the bathroom, carrying to get water, to feed, helping him stand, helping him walk, extensive massage therapy, chiropractic care, acupuncture, and veterinary visits. It has eaten up a lot of my finances and has just been very emotionally trying and very difficult. And we even had a scare. Had to change vets because our old vet told us he had a tumor and that he only had 30 days to live. That ended up not being true. That was another level of added stress that was just ridiculous. So all of these things going on have really prohibited me from having a routine, from working out, from creating space to self-care, to do the things that nurture my soul and fill up my cup so that I can pour out for other people. Because as an introvert, I really need to spend time filling up my cup and having some alone time, and that's been nearly impossible since all of this started. So I'm feeling thin. I almost feel like I'm slipping into a depression, which I have been treated for depression off and on in the past. And this is definitely situational depression, and I recognize that. So I'm trying to be kind to myself and just trying to take those moments for self-care wherever I can find them, and just trying to exercise patience. So I just want to remind you, everyone out there, all of us have our struggles going on, and they could be, from where you're sitting, you might think they're minor compared to someone else's, but they're imperative to you and your situation in your life. So yeah, don't negate the stress that you might be experiencing. Don't try to downplay it, or don't try to make light of all the things going on in your life. It's okay to acknowledge that it's a lot It can be overwhelming, and you need to take time for yourself. I've been trying to be more spiritual, more grounded, and more centered. I am not a person of traditional faith, but I do draw a lot of calm and spiritual centering from yoga and meditation and listening to Buddhist texts. So I've been trying to do that more, and trying to make sure that my relationship with my husband is still very open and trusting and communicative, because this is probably, in our 23 years of being together, the most difficult thing that we've done so far. And I have broken down crying. I've broken down crying because of the house frustrations. I've broken down crying because of just worrying about Archie and whether or not he's going to be able to recover and have some decent quality of life. And we're still at a stage where we're not sure yet. We're still recovering, and it might come that we have to make that decision that he's not having a good quality of life. And I cry, you know, I break down, I cry. I don't have children by choice, and my dogs, I spent a lot of time and energy investing in them, and they are my family. Losing another one so soon would just be devastating. But I think I'm not quite sure what's keeping me going every day. I try to be positive, but it's hard. We're not perfect. Life is not perfect. I know sometimes in the blogosphere, people make everything seem like, oh, everything's perfect, it's going great, there's no problems, I can handle it all, I can do it all. And yeah, you can most of the time, sure, but probably not all the time. And that's okay. Just being okay with yourself, and just take it day by day. I think when you're facing big things like this, just take it day by day. Surround yourself with people who support you and understand what you're trying to do. And be kind to yourself. Do what you can when you can. And when you can't get something done, when you can't make it to the gym, when you can't bake those cookies for your kids' thing at school, or when you can't just be there for yourself even, it's okay. It's okay. Forgive yourself. There's always tomorrow. There's always the next 30 minutes. Just keep trucking, I guess. At least that's what I'm doing, and I hope this was helpful for somebody out there. It's a little cathartic for me, but yeah, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And I promise I will put up a review soon of the Rocky Mountain Half. That wasn't a great race for me. That's a whole other thing. Racing hasn't gone well for me this summer either. So yeah, I'd like to know though what you're struggling with, what your challenges are, and how you cope with them. How do you deal with everything going on? You know, I don't have, like I said, I don't have kids. I can't imagine what my life would be like right now with everything that's happening. If I did have children, oh, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I had to also navigate how to you know, steer the kids through this with school and everything going on. Yeah, so tell me about it. Tell me how you cope. How do you find time for yourself when there is literally no time? How do you do it? I want to know. Let's share, and let's get some best practices going, because I think everybody at one time or another could use some help with this. So yeah, anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your 8 minutes and 45 seconds. And keep being fabulous.